Aubrey has the longest consistent leg we've seen in the league. This is 47 yards. And a fake, and a pitch back to Aubrey, who's on the run for the first down as he slides at the 23-yard line.
Spears picks up the first down and a lot more for Tajay Spears. Still going down the sideline. Spears stiff arm and finally shoved out of bounds.
Krosky Merritt outside. First down, maybe a lot more. All the way up to midfield.
2nd and 4. Cook. Another nice move. He's got a 100-yard game, and off he goes. Down to the 7-yard line as James Cook is putting up a huge performance here for the Bills.
So into Seahawks territory from the 47. First run for Kyren Williams, who's got a hole, and Kyren Williams has a big one. Inside the 20. 30 yards on Williams' first touch of the day.
85 yards and only 3 first downs. Jalen Warren trying to get it started. Oh, what a leap by Warren to the 23-yard line. Oh, baby, what a play. Woo.
My mom ever saw me was when it was a screen pass and I got out in the open like that.
More ground, more pound, the cutback. Woody Marks, 2nd touchdown of the game.
Davis Mills. What a rush. Walker steps up. He's going to run. Mills looking for the pylon. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Texans.
So at 10 of 14, just over 100 yards and a touchdown. As he has orchestrated 3 touchdown drives. This is Aiton. Right through that Jets defense. Isaiah Oliver finally brings him down. It's a run of 29.
They had 4 sacks last week, 2 by McDonald. Look at leaping through the pressure, and Allen has the first down, and he's off and running. Switches hands with the football to deliver the stiff arm.
Right back to Taylor with Warren blocking. Touchdown, Taylor! An appropriate finish in Berlin, Germany. It's Taylor's game, and the Colts win in overtime. Love just barely gets it off. Run to Jacobs. Good move from Moore. Jacobs breaks free into Lions territory, and he's down inside the 40.
Andy Reid in his 13th year at Kansas City, as you got a 3rd and 1 and a big one. Mitchell makes a nice cut to pick up the first, and he's off and running. Mitchell. Oh, he got chased down by Pierre, but what a burst. While it lasted, James Pierre able to save a touchdown.
Aside from that one play, the first touchdown, it's been just basic football.
2nd and 1. Gibbs picks up a Lions first down, still going inside the 30. One man to beat, it's Belton. And Belton brings him down inside the Giants' 5-yard line.
Well, we thank you for that. Charbonnet at the back gets the call and cuts and breaks free twice. It's a foot race. Williams from behind, holding on for dear life. What a run. 30 yards sprint.
The pitch to HN. The Saints trying to seal it off, and he's loose. HN for the end zone. He is in for a Dolphin touchdown.
Chubb picks up the first down. And still going. Nick Chubb into Las Vegas territory, and then Crosby catches him from behind. A poor tackling by Las Vegas allows Chubb to go 31 yards. That's a season-long run for Nick Chubb. 1st and 5 after the penalty. As Etienne busted free. It's a foot race inside Arizona territory, all the way down to the 14-yard line. Denzel Burke may have saved a touchdown as Etienne rings him up for 50.
First and 5 at the 42-yard line after the penalty. Zach Charbonnet picks his way up the middle. Good run for Charbonnet into the secondary. Charbonnet tripped up as he gets to the 32-yard line by A.J. Terrell. They'll mark him at the 31.
It's Bucky Irving as the back. Mayfield 11-22 with an interception and a touchdown. Irving gets the call with a great cut. Got a block in there. Shepard. He's off to the races. Stiff arms his way into Howden. Bucky Irving, big time run.
Mariota told us he's trying to play free. He's worked on that. You don't want to waste these opportunities. He's been tense in the past. He's aware of it. Good run. Rodriguez busting it to the outside. Chase down from behind.
3 first downs in this drive. Derrick Henry running left. Here's Henry in the open field. Might go. Henry. Home. Touchdown Ravens.
Where you think Isaiah Davis is playing himself into a bigger role in this Jets offense. He's been terrific for New York. Here's Brees Hall breaking one for the Jets. Hall, second effort, and he's in for the touchdown. He may have. Did he stay inbounds? 2 weeks after Garrett went off for 5. What a day McDonald is putting together. Here comes Hall, working up a nice lather. Inside Browns territory, and Brees Hall starting to cook for the Jets.
Good field position to start. It's Krosky Merritt right up the gut and spins around, stays on his feet. Corey Krosky Merritt is still going. Wow, what a run that was. Jaden Daniels is trying to get in block for him. And has been active today. It's Jordan. Nice move. Hit across midfield. Jawar Jordan. Inside the 20. All the way down near the 16 of Arizona.
Huge play.
Warren already ripped off one long run. He's got another one. No one's going to get to him.
Prescott thinking about running. Is he going to get there? Gets a block. Prescott flies in. Touchdown.
Fitzpatrick has a right to be upset, and to me that's the story of the Dolphins defense so far today is mistakes.
Judkins unleashed. Judkins touchdown.
The 21. Stevenson bouncing outside. Ramondre Stevenson with the block by Williams to the end zone. The Patriots take the lead. Touchdown, New England.
The players they believe have worked their butts off and deserve a win.
Here's Vidal on third down, and he turns it upfield for a first down. Still going. Kamani Vidal down the sideline, and he has a touchdown. A 59-yard score. A career-long run for Kamani Vidal, and the Chargers regain the lead.
He had an Atlanta Falcons record 93-yard run for the touchdown in the first half. Breaks a tackle, and there he goes. Down inside the 41 tonight. Jared Verse couldn't bring him down, and then Bijan took care of the rest.
And now you're getting the best pass rush that you've had all game long.
Genty again. Trying to break it to the outside. He does. Ashton Genty still going. What a run! Genty, his second touchdown today.
Third and short. Blitz coming. Herbert senses, runs. Herbert first down. Still on his feet. Justin Herbert. Foot race. And he's up in and inside the 30. Warren out. Gainwell in. Quick snap. Gainwell finds a little room over the right side. survived a hit, and out of bounds. See where they mark him.
In Carolina territory on a 2nd and 8 for Charbonnet. Oh, what a cut by Charbonnet! The acceleration, the stiff arm. Big gain inside the 20. Merrick took the brunt of it late, but Charbonnet did his work early.
On first down, it's Corum. Blake Corum inside the 30, and he is going to take this all the way 48 yards for another Rams touchdown.
And now in the present day, 3-0, Tua and Herbert squaring off for the 4th time. And Tua hands off to Achane on first down with some room to run. There he goes! See you later! Touchdown, Miami! A 49-yard touchdown.
Can you generate explosive runs, chunk runs, score from 30, 40 yards out? That's a different animal.
Here's Cook. Good patient run, and he busts it through. Right on cue. Off to the races. James Cook. House call, touchdown, somersault, he's in.
Five catches for Lamb, who sits out this play. 2nd and 1. They've got the first, and look out. Here goes Davis. Malik Davis sitting in zone, and the Cowboys take the lead.
Of Indianapolis. Lawrence on a give. Oh, the cut to the outside. ETN to the ETN zone. Touchdown.
A 30-yard punt inside their own 10. The Jacks take over. ETN is loose. That's still going. Travis ETN. Can he go all the way? No. Christian Roseboom brought him down around the 15-yard line.
We'll be sitting on our in our hotel room watching that next Saturday.
Here come the Rams, down by 3, and Blake Corum, Big Ten back, gets a Big Ten block, and Blake Corum with a big run.
And the ball off here. Walker. Kenneth Walker inside the 40. Kenneth Walker is out in front. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks.
He's got it to add to the running yard total here. McCaffrey first down, sideline. McCaffrey's longest run of the year. All the way down to the 23-yard line. By far his longest run of the season, 43 yards.
20 out of 25 today, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's pressured, he's got a ton of room. There goes Josh Allen through the snow, into the end zone. Touchdown Bills, 40 yards.
Well, there's quarterback rush lanes, and then there's this.
Estime bounces off a bunch of tacklers, and there he goes! Estime! Touchdown! Another one for the highlight reel as Estime takes it in.
So Taysom Hill takes the snap, takes the handoff to Kamara, goes up the middle, and picks up the first down, and he's still going. Finally dragged down by Cam Curl.
Now in his 3rd year with the team. On a give for Tucker. Tucker's got blockers. Tucker is going down the sideline. And Tucker is gone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
2nd and 5. Toss to Warren. Found a little opening, and away he goes. Jaylen Warren with the touchdown.
In the evolution over his now 8 seasons as the Ravens quarterback. Toss, Henry, through the secondary, Henry to the end zone, touchdown! The power running of Henry for 30 yards. Puts the Ravens on top.
Williams averaging 19 yards per reception. This is gigantic. 2nd and 10. Montgomery breaking tackles. Inside the 10, he goes to the end zone for the touchdown. 35 yards for Montgomery.
Coaching turnover and player turnover.
Barkley spins away into space, stays on his feet, takes off. Saquon Barkley, biggest play of the game, 44.
How well the matchup on the perimeter goes will go a long way in deciding who wins.
Hit 10 different receivers last week. Meanwhile, picking and threading his way is Cook. He's out in front, and Cook will take it all the way for a touchdown. 45 yards for James Cook, who is now over 1,000 for the season.
Tore his ACL in the divisional round victory over the Niners. Walker moving inside, and there's that speed to the outside. Pass Gonzalez on the edge and pushed out of bounds. Another strong run for Walker.
Shedeur Sanders, 50 starts in college. Tyler Shuck down in New Orleans, 42 starts in college. That certainly benefits guys.
Get tricky here. Jordan Addison turns on the speed. Look out. Addison. Can he get there? Forced toward the sideline. Touchdown.
It's all to come on our Little Caesars post-game report. So Chicago takes over after the missed field goal by McPherson. Can they lean on this ground attack? Monangai, sensational right from the start. Monangai unleashed again into the 2nd and 3rd level as he continues to gash this defense.
Where do your eyes take you? What do you study when these games happen in front of you? Oh, you're studying that?
I think when I'm looking at the
Krosky Merritt.
That's great sight to see. Krosky Merritt. Let's
Q
go.
for the low touchdown.
Perfect timing.
Oh, they just needed Clint Portis to join us. That's it. That's all it was.
Try to study their tape, see what they did so well. London Fletcher, man, he was an awesome linebacker.
Mariota on 3rd down and 9. Picks up the first and still going. Marcus Mariota inside the 20 and finally knocked out of bounds.
Field goals against good teams get you beat.
Stretch play. Williams has a seam and more. Cuts it back. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 1. 34 for Kyron Williams.
A lot of different things to look at.
Try to get our graphics back on the screen here quickly. 1st and 10 and a lot more. H.N. spinning his way into the 2nd level. He breaks free. H.N. finally stopped just shy of the end zone. Refusing to go down. Finally brought down at around the 1.
Both games are on ABC, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Barkley, 1st down, goodbye. Eagles on top, no flags.
Three-point game, 4.5 to go in the opening half. Big hole here once again. Past the 40 to midfield. And this running game, which was non-existent.
Cook, single setback, 2nd and 4, Buffalo. Handoff. Cook gets around 3 defenders and then kicks it to another gear. Cook still going. Looking for the angle. Touchdown. Wow. Tremendous run. 44 yards. James Cook to the house.
Got an interim GM with Champ Kelly, with Stephen Ross, big decisions to make as the owner. This is H.N. weaving his way. H.N., the speedster, takes it to the house. 48 yards. And Miami with the answer.
Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, all these legends. They're not loving that.
Yep. This is the 25-year anniversary as
Hill
starts to gallop. Can someone catch? Connor lost his footing. Look at Hill take off. And he takes it the distance. How about that? I was talking the last series about how he hasn't quit at all. He goes 71 yards.
And these guys are calling it in real speed, and they are right the majority of the time.
Handoff Harvey, and now a big run up the middle, breaking tackles, and R.J. Harvey on the move, down the sideline, Harvey diving for the pylon, touchdown Broncos.
The ability to build around a young, premier, elite quarterback is very promising for the future in New England.
Stevenson again! Ramondre Stevenson has his third touchdown of the game. Bursting throw for 35.
Good job, Trace. Here's a 2nd and 10. They go with Harvey on the toss, and there goes Harvey. Harvey's got a first down. Harvey's looking for the end zone. Harvey takes it home.
He had 5, and it didn't matter how good you are. Turnovers will come back to haunt you.
1st and 10. And the run here and the galloping move. And look at the run by the rookie Hampton. He'll take it in for the touchdown. What a sprint. 54 yards. And Shuck's got a 1st and 10 at the 13. Again, the new right tackle is Sherman. Shuck. Oh, here they come up the middle. He got away from one. He got away from Vea. Here he goes.
No way.
Touchdown! His 2nd touchdown run today. Shuck from 13.
Glad I'm not a DB.
Right up the gut. There goes Gibbs. Foot race. Winfield can't get there. Touchdown Lions. Amazing throw and catch. Wow. Now Dallas are going to run with Williams. Big hole. Javonte Williams rumbling inside the 5, and he's finally taken down at the 2. 13 seconds left. They'll take a timeout. I believe they do.
Defensive lineman in as a fullback.
They have not used that for play action yet. Each time he's in, they've ran it every time, and they do it again.
They toss it.
I didn't love it.
Henderson got away.
Love it.
He's got a chance to show off that speed. Henderson breaks a 2nd one for a touchdown.
Oh my gosh. He looked over at the coaching staff to say, should I go in to score or should I not? Should I go down? I've never seen that before, Jim.
2nd pass interference call against the Chiefs tonight. It's 1st and goal with 30 seconds left. Now Lawrence goes down, has to get up, breaks a tackle, touchdown Jacksonville. 2nd and 10. Trying to get Walker to bounce to the outside. There he goes. Walker down the sideline. Kenneth Walker into Patriots territory. Might be out of bounds farther back around the 46-yard line. But a strong run by Walker.
Keep getting after him as if it was 0-0.
Right, the blown leads have been well documented. There's Gibbs. Belton couldn't bring him down. Holland chasing after him. And Jahmyr Gibbs is into the end zone for a Lions touchdown, 49 yards.
Genty springs free. Turns on the Jets, one guy to beat. Bayard can't bring him down. And the rookie on a dead sprint. 64 yards. Touchdown.
Design the plays, get it out there. The second was commit to this running game between the tackles, which has opened up everything else. And Jahmyr Gibbs going for a touchdown.
Gibbs takes it all the way.
He's had his work cut out for him this year, and he's got him playing tonight.
Here's another good run by Montgomery. He is out, being chased by Humphrey. And brought down near the 15.
37 rushing yards past couple games. Coming off the bye, pitch out, 2nd and 7. Warren squirts 3, cuts into the secondary. And now it's a foot race. Can they stop him there? A hit by Turner. Can't bring him down. What a run.
I don't think that was pass interference.
Meanwhile, Jacobs, no one near him, taken off. Jacobs to the end zone for his longest touchdown run of the season.
And Walker finds a hole. There he goes into the secondary. And shoved out of bounds on the play by Smith.
Eagles go jumbo on 2nd and 10. Here is Barkley, left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley! Uh-oh! Barkley! Goodbye!
And rallying tackle, someone's got to break a tackle to get this first down.
Of course, he's got Sterling Shepard out there, his old college teammate. But he's not going to have a chance. Oh, yes, he is. He fights through the sack. Looking for first down yard. Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. Oh, that is pure Baker Mayfield.
ETN. Nice cut. Big run. ETN with a nice move, and he breaks free for the touchdown. 48-yard strike from Travis Etienne.
Anybody who wants to say weak schedule, anybody who wants to say anything about them, these are the types of drives that they can show everyone.
Henderson bounces away, and Henderson is off to the races.
Look at May.
Does he have another one in him?
May sprung him.
He does. Touchdown. Goodbye, Travion Henderson.
Drake May leading the way.
And knock the ball free. Keep him protected. Achane sneaks through. Achane, second level, turns on the Jets. Achane, touchdown! 59 yards.
Handoff on 2nd down. Look at this! Dowdle still on his feet! What an afternoon for Rico Dowdle!
Gain of 19, probably ran about 60 on that play. And here goes Henry. Quiet in the second half. Not anymore! Henry, another touchdown! He only had 6 yards in the second half after the huge first half. But now he's got 175 on the night and 2 touchdowns.
From the 35, extra lineman in, and there goes Tony Pollard. And Pollard up across the 45 and across midfield. What a block downfield. Pollard still going. Unbelievable run. He's going to take it to the house for a touchdown, Titans. Van Jefferson with that block downfield when it looked like the Browns could slow him down.
And I don't see him on the sideline, so I'm going to keep watching that.
Here's Gibbs on first down. Jahmyr Gibbs across midfield. One man to beat. Inside the 20, the 10. Touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. In overtime. Remember, the Giants will have an opportunity. Gibbs takes it 69 yards.
That is Andrews under center on 4th and 1. Andrews spinning away, and there he goes. Andrews all the way. Touchdown. What a call by the Ravens.
Fields kind of one explosive run tonight. It was a 19-yard run in the first half. They just need one. He's going to try to get to the edge. The edge is taken away, and now Fields reverses field, and he's got plenty of room. Justin Fields sprinting, makes a cut, another cut, all the way to the end zone.
Holy smoke.
Cheat code stuff right there.
43 yards on a 4th and 1. Desperately needed play.
180. 2nd down and 4. To Taylor. Taylor explodes. Makes a man miss to his right. Spin move, a beauty. Inside the 30. High step into the 25. Inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor. 46 yards.
There's Penix, a 1st and 5. Robinson off the right side, breaks free. Bijan Robinson spinning down the sideline, still going. Can they catch him? They cannot. Touchdown, Falcons, 81 yards.
And it's Colts ball at the 20. Here's Jonathan Taylor on first down. Big hole. JT in the open field. Down the sideline. Staying in bounds. Still going. Taylor. The distance.
The other part of that is Xavier Watts in this year's draft, and he's a promising player.
Here's Robinson, right side. Nice cutback. He's gone. Can anybody catch him?
Not tonight.
McCreary chasing. Won't get there. Touchdown, Atlanta. 93 yards.
Chris Moore in motion, straight ahead run. And tough yard, still on his feet. Jeremy McNichols. I don't think they're going to get him. And he is in for the Washington touchdown.
They got second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead. 83 yards, the longest run of his career.